Hey everybody, there's quite a lot going on personally and professionally, but I wanted to give a couple of quick shout outs to some people who are fighting against Fourth Amendment abuses. One of them is Liz. I believe her name is Oyer. She used to be the patent attorney for the Department of Justice, and she relates two very gripping stories, one of which I will mention here because I've mentioned it before. In a different setting. So she talks about a man who was very concerned about somebody from Afghanistan who was being deported, despite the fact that he was very, very helpful to U.S. efforts when we were fighting there. And he sent an email to someone about this, to the attorney who was prosecuting him or what have you. And within a couple of hours, he received word from Google, that it had been referred by administrative subpoena request to the Department of Homeland Security. So Homeland Security requested that they turn over all the information, which of course they do. Now this is something and then a couple days later or a couple weeks later, I can't remember which, Homeland Security shows up at his door. And this is something I warned everybody who's watching this before. Google and Yahoo and others do in fact turn over search terms to the government, and they have a long-standing agreement. They don't have to notify you. They turn it over. Anything that you may say. Did he say anything harmful, this man from Pennsylvania? Did he threaten? Did he do cajole? Nope. He said we need to deal with this in an honest, forthright, and fair manner, or words to that effect, and Homeland Security was knocking on his door, demanding to know what he was talking about. So if you think Big Brother isn't watching, they definitely are. More and more we need to be moving away from Google and Microsoft and these others who are watching us because they're turning things over to unscrupulous people in the government who are coming after us. I've made a big deal about 5.5 months ago now. Eric Lind, who styles himself as a researcher, which causes me to giggle. We can't find any of his research. And he works for Alicia's project, which has a conflict of interest in my view because he is acting as a vigilante, coming after me, feeding them at the Virginia State Patrol information about me, which is incorrect, which caused them to damage my door by kicking it in and take my devices. And 5.5 months later, still nothing. So don't think it doesn't have an effect. Putting your head in the sand will not do any good. Fighting back is the only way to look into it. So I'd advise everybody to do as I'm going to be doing, steadily getting away from Google and some others, because all they do is create problems for law-abiding citizens.